the threat of a Russian invasion right now?
It's very high. We have reason to believe that they are engaged in a false flag operation to have an excuse to go in. Every indication we have is they're prepared to go into Ukraine, attack Ukraine.
And we have been hearing for weeks now from the U.S. that a Russian attack on Ukraine could come at any time. But now those warnings are growing more dire and direct from American officials, NATO, and Ukraine, putting Europe on edge. Russia accusing the West of hysteria, saying it has no plans to invade Ukraine. But new alarm Thursday after reports of shelling, including fire that struck a kindergarten in eastern Ukraine. No kids hurt, but there's word adults were injured. The Ukrainian president calling the shelling a big provocation. And Western allies allege the flare-up could be part of Moscow's effort to manufacture a scenario to justify aggression. The Ukrainian-Canadian Congress strongly condemning what it calls a Russian attack on civilians.
A kindergarten was shelled in what we're taking to be what we know was a false flag operation designed to discredit the Ukrainians.
We don't know precisely how things will play out.
The U.S. Secretary of State addressing the UN Security Council, rejecting Moscow's claim it's pulling back some of its 150,000 troops. And he detailed how Russia could possibly create a pretext for an invasion of Ukraine.
This could be a violent event that Russia will blame on Ukraine, or an outrageous accusation that Russia will level against the Ukrainian government. We don't know exactly the form it will take. It could be a fabricated so-called terrorist bombing inside Russia, the invented discovery of a mass grave, a staged drone strike against civilians, or a fake, even a real attack using chemical weapons.
The Kremlin accusing Washington of ignoring its security demands and threatening military technical measures. And in what the U.S. calls an escalatory step, Moscow expelled an American diplomat. NATO defense ministers, including Canada's representative, met for a second day in Brussels, where the head of the alliance, urging a diplomatic path, still cautioned Russia could launch a full-fledged invasion of Ukraine with very little or no warning.
And that is what makes the situation so dangerous.
Melissa Duggan, City News.